What's up, guys? Can you hear me? Got the chat up. No sound. You might hear it now. I just talked. I had it my mic muted for a minute. I am very happy with the new PC. It's been great. All right, what's up, guys? I will be right back. Just gonna give people a couple minutes to get into the live stream. I'm gonna make a quick cup of coffee. I'll be back in like a minute. All right, what's up, everybody? I'm back. I'm back and I'm ready to rock. Let me look at this chat really quick. What's up, Don? Mackenzie, I will not eat a lemon, but thank you for the support. Ricardo, Joseph, Whiskey. Let's see. We hear you now. Good. Enter a trade so we can copy you, please. We'll have our eye out. Sean, how's it going? I am doing another video. Hey, Oscar. EGLD, I've never traded it. Will I save the replay? Yes, I will. Okay, so this is pretty much the same time of day that we got on yesterday. About an hour or so before the daily close. Bitcoin has been rallying today. We're up just about $3,000 on the day. So it's looking pretty good. Do you guys know if there's a way when I draw something, it like automatically gets put in the back? Because I'm always sending things to the back. Mitch, once I get the webcam, I'll stream with my shirt off. If Mitch really wants it. Everyone say hi to Mitch and Sean. And Pierre might be in here. I appreciate the retweet, Pierre. Got a lot of homies in the chat, it looks like. Okay. So, back to Bitcoin. I get distracted really easily, and I think you guys will probably notice that pretty quick from me doing these, but all right, so we're kind of coming into this 4-hour breaker here. We had these equal highs, swept them, broke back below, and now we're retesting that for the first time. So, I'm just a little cautious here, but this is a really important spot. There are two places I have my eye on for Bitcoin, and then we'll talk about Ethereum, and that's kind of where move chart to the top in the object tree. Holy cow, I think you're a genius. Where's my chart? This? Is that how it works? Man, my trading view skills suck. Oh my gosh. You just saved me so much time. So I'm keeping an eye on this level, and then right here, key level, right here, key level. This is that mid-range, and you can see it's been pretty pivotal. We had resistance there, stalled here. It did chop around there, but recently it's been even better. Support, 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 one last bounce, and then we got our big dump, and we spiked into that earlier. And so that has been some pretty key resistance. I think if we flip that, we're going to 38, 40K. We'll be looking good, and the meme downtrend line, wherever you want to put it. I don't know how people do these. Maybe from here. This will be broken, whatever the case is. Our series of lower highs would be broken if we can get above that. So that's the main thing I'm looking for. If we sweep that, I think it would be a little bit of a red flag. I posted about this a little yesterday, but if we sweep that and then come down, I think we're coming here or here, whatever. But we don't really need to worry about that yet. I'm really happy with Bitcoin today rallying 10%. Ethereum looking good too. Same with a bunch of other coins. But let's see. We're right around the daily close too. So this is definitely where we want to be paying attention. I'm a little concerned with this structure, I would say. I mean, we've seen these a couple times where we just have this grinding up pattern, and sometimes Bitcoin will just omega pump right out of it, and then other times it'll just kind of bleed out of it. So obviously that doesn't really help you guys because we've seen it go both ways. But yeah, I'm a little concerned with that structure just because, I don't know, we didn't really build any support on the way up. Like, I do think if this pulls back, you're probably buying it around here, right above this blue level. That's been pretty pivotal, but right now it's looking good, and it's like we'll see how high we can get before it gets rejected. But overall thesis is still kind of intact. We're longs, we're bullish big picture. I'm more comfortable longing than shorting. Not that hasn't always been the case, but it's like when we're trading down here around 30K, dipping into 29 at 31, like I don't want to be shorting those levels. I want to be shorting up here. I want to be longing down here. And who knows? I don't know how many of you guys were in the stream yesterday, but we were looking at the BLX chart, which kind of just gives us a ton of data from Bitcoin. And it's like these other consolidations, they lasted like 30 days. We had 36 days here from the high. Here we had 40 days before it broke that high again. And so it's not unusual for this whole thing to take some time, right? So with that being said, I'm saying from the day we topped out, I wouldn't be surprised if we keep ranging for like this long. And so whether that looks like this and then come down and then we start going back up, or if it just looks like this and then, who knows what it's going to look like. But I'm just saying it doesn't really bother me that we haven't made a new all-time high in however many days it's been. I don't know how you can't be bullish big picture right now. Yes, it does seem like we're kind of due for a pullback, but this pullback pulled back pretty hard. I do think there's another leg down, but I'm not ruling out the fact that this could be the bottom. That's a 31% pullback. I think where I definitely don't want to see it go below that blue level. So that's about like a 40, 38, 37, whatever it is. But we've had consolidations like this before. Obviously, this one didn't last quite as long, like 17 days. But overall, structure is still looking fine. We're holding, let's see, I like to throw the 200 EMA on there sometimes. We've kind of been chopping around the 4-hour one, and the daily is way down there, so that doesn't really tell me too much. I don't use a ton of indicators, but sometimes I will throw on a 200 moving average. Doji is going. Let's see what Doji's doing. Look at that. This is crazy, man. Wall Street bets. It's like, the funny thing is, the best part of this whole thing is it's literally a fake Wall Street Bets account who's tweeting about crypto. Like, he was talking about having 12,000 followers the other day. So I don't know, like, if it used to be some dude on crypto Twitter and he's just like punking us. But whatever the case, in his bio, he literally says like no affiliation with Wall Street Bets. And then he's just been tweeting about Doji. Literally, it was like 7:53, I think, or 7:43 when he first said something. Look at the volatility difference. It's insane. So it took like 3 minutes for the market to do something, and it just has gone straight up since then. But yeah, this is definitely a pretty whack chart. I mean, if you caught this move, congrats. It's not something I would be buying now. I mean, maybe it'll go further, but the fun thing is, wow, like 450% from what he tweeted. The cool thing is we've seen Doji kind of go on these runs, and then it sparks a little bit of an alt season. So, I mean, you can kind of look across the board. KSM 17%, 1 inch 30. Sushi, SNX, Link, all doing good. Okay, so you guys are here for the possible trade setup that I was talking about. ETH doesn't look too strong right now. No, it doesn't look great. So I tweeted, thank you, Sean. Next stream maybe with the shirt off. Let's see. This guy. I was looking at this low time frame range here on Ethereum, and I'm still kind of working with that same chart. It does look like we swept the high. I guess that was a few minutes before the stream started, but this is a range I'm working with. You know, we made our range low, came up pretty close to the high, and the nice thing about this is there's really nice confluence with this range high. And so, I mean, this is obviously a super low time frame version, but nice confluence there. So we've tested out like 4 or 5 times, took out the low, pushed up, couldn't quite get there, went back to the range low again, and now we just swept that high. So yeah, maybe this is pullback time, but the setup that I kind of am keeping an eye on is, hold on, let me look at the okay, all right, is if we can flip this low time frame range high, and then that could kind of cascade on to the higher time frames. And basically what I'm trying to do is catch an Ethereum move early, get in with a little tighter of a stop, because let's say this does play out, right? We do push up here, and I don't want to see it like just spike up and then push back down. Like, I want to see it actually hold this level. But then we do that. My invalidation is probably here. I don't think we should go back below the range low, and you can honestly probably get away with it right there. Whereas if we were playing this on whatever time frame, if you're like, oh, range breakout is kind of what I'm looking for here, something like this, and you're playing the 4 hour, well, you're probably taking this setup something like this, targeting whatever you want to target, you know? So basically what I'm trying to do is catch this move early, catch it on a low time frame, just because Ethereum's going to start running at some point, and I would love to be on board when it does. You can see around 1,400, 1,400 here. We're just getting smacked every time we get up there, but that won't last forever. So I just kind of want to see price develop a little bit more on a lower time frame, and then that will cascade over onto higher time frames. All you got to do is say your shirt is off. Swept the high means what again? Means it wasn't supported. Yeah, so basically, when we're in this range, if people were shorting and that high was there in validation, we just pushed above that level, got rejected, took out any stop losses that were at that high, and so like we haven't flipped that level. That means we got rejected there basically. So I'm kind of like, it also is entirely possible that Ethereum's just not ready yet, and this ends up coming down and maybe going to Monday's low here, you know. But we plan for scenarios, and if this does get above that higher time frame range high, then I'm absolutely looking for some longs, because I think this is a pretty nice range. I mean, it chopped around here a little bit, but here we have good interactions with our mid-range, and then a nice sweep here, range low held. It looks pretty solid. Yeah, so if Bitcoin dumps back to 27, I absolutely agree. Ethereum will go to 900s or 800s. But I'm kind of banking on, well, not really banking on, but I just expect that Bitcoin nuke to 27 to be later, like sometime in February probably. I think Bitcoin could push up here, maybe flip that and range here for like the first week of February, and that would really give alts the opportunity to start really running. And the amount of work Ethereum could put in, if it has a week of Bitcoin just chilling, it could do a lot. It could push to 2,000. But yeah, higher time frame, like bigger picture, I do kind of still think we'll push down there. That doesn't mean I'm not fully bullish right now. I just need to see it flip a few more levels. And then honestly, if Bitcoin starts stabilizing back above this 35K level and then doesn't just sweep these highs at 38 and get rejected, I think we're going back to all-time highs. So let me take a sip of this and read the chat. ETH BTC. Okay, I'll take a look at ETH BTC. We got that weekly support, so I'll be interested to see where that is. FTT, okay, I will look at that too. What time frame do you look for it to hold that level? Well, ideally we'll get some like hourly and 4-hour closes above. Like I wouldn't want to see us get above that level, kind of chill for there a little bit, then nuke and have a really ugly 4-hour close with a big wick up here. But I don't think that necessarily, like, we don't have to close an H4 candle above before I enter, right? I'll be looking on the 5-minute and 15-minute to see if we can push above here and then actually hold this level. Like, you see how we're wicking into this level here? That's that level holding as resistance. So if we start, we're dumping a little bit, but if we can push above, and here, let me delete this other drawing because it's kind of in my way. If we can push above, even just on a 5-minute time frame, and start wicking into this level, and it's holding as support, like we're wicking into it versus going straight back through it and closing below, because as you can see here, like, we're not even spending any time above this level really. They're just these little pokes. And so if we push above and then stop spending time below it, that's when I'd be more convinced that we're pushing up. So if we get above and we start holding it, getting a call on my phone from Canada. You guys think Trader Main's calling me right now? I'm going to decline it. They can wait. Rect Proof just texted me. I'm telling him to hop on the stream. Maybe he'll show up in the chat here shortly. Okay. So, yeah, I don't necessarily need to see an hourly or 4-hour or daily close above. But what I want to see is lower time frame, reclaim of those levels, and then hold it. And then with that, we'll start getting some of those higher time frame candle closes, but we can enter before that, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if that's confusing. I'm saying a lot of words like candles and closes and whatever. Let's see, what time frame for entries? Yeah. I agree with you on ETH. Had a scalp long open. Nice. Yeah, I mean, this was a great range to scalp if you were just looking to buy the range low, sell the range high, and all I say, or what I normally say is like keep playing a range until it starts working or stops working. Sorry about that. Quick summary of the last 15 minutes. We honestly haven't talked a lot. We talked about a possible setup here, but Ethereum swept the high. We're looking for it to flip it. And then Bitcoin, it's at somewhat of a make it or, well, not necessarily make it or break it, but I think we could tag this level, retrace a bit. But right here around 33.3 and then up here at like 35 are the two little rejection areas that I'm watching. If we do reject at either of those, I'll look to buy the dip. If we can flip those and hold them as support, then I think we're good to push higher. But the main thing we've been talking about is this Ethereum chart. Nick, you want to see Doji again? Yeah, this chart's pretty crazy, man. Doji just moves differently than all other coins. I don't know what it is. Sean wanted to see FTT. Oh, FTT is looking good. I don't know if you guys know, but FTX's token, FTT, is one of my favorite altcoins. I posted this like 18 tweet thread about FTT. I think it was in like early December, back when we were hanging out in the $4 range, saying I think it's going to 30 something. So that's looking good. We're well on our way. I know they added leverage trading, but I haven't really taken any trades on the perp. I kind of just will be rolling profits from FTX over into FTT sometimes, and I try and hit some of those milestones or whatever you call them to get the benefits. Blockfolio was purchased by FTX. They just announced zero-fee crypto trading, and they're letting you trade FTX stocks on Blockfolio. Bullish FTT. I agree. Is that why, Sean, did that happen like an hour ago or earlier today? I wonder if that's what this little push is from. But yeah, I love FTT. I don't think you can go wrong with buying alts that Sam SBF Alameda is involved in. Like, I think anything that dude touches is gonna be a solid bet. Let's see. Yeah, I kind of wanted to throw on the live stream just in case we do get this set up, because then we can talk about it live. It happened now while streaming. All right, well, it does look like that happened. Have we hit 11 yet? No. Oh, yeah, we did. Just barely. All right. This level was kind of nice. Origin of this little breakdown. Maybe we get a flip of that. SXP. What about sushi? Jay, I love sushi. The food and the perp. I remember back in the day. Not back. I don't know why I say back in the day when I'm talking about December. That makes me sound so stupid. Anyway, I was looking at this level. Wanted a nice clean flip of it. Got in a lot of longs. I still have some of the drawings from when I did. Got in a bunch of sushi longs right after this tag in that level, and it held as support, pushed away. Man, I was feeling good up there, and then just nuked. That was a tough day. And then the wick within an hour, just 55% buyback. Draw the flat from the... Sean, I don't know how to do these flats, man. From the left of my screen. Boo. Yeah, we'll look at Link in a second here. If you wanted a good setup for a short, what levels are you looking at for Bitcoin? Yeah, so on Bitcoin, kind of talked about that a little bit. It's good we're showing some strength here. The main short I would take here on Bitcoin is if we take out this high right into the mid-range, which is also this 12-hour supply right here. So yeah, let me hide this so the screen's a little bigger for you guys. Also, what quality is the stream in? I was messing around a ton with the with my settings yesterday, trying to see if I'd be able to stream in like 2K or 4K or whatever, because I think the stream yesterday was only like 1080p. So let me know what's it looking like for you guys. But yeah, so main short scenario would be something like this. If we have like a quick sweep above that high, within the supply, I'd probably short that, targeting 32.3. I don't know why I'm doing X's versus O's, and 30.8. Or like I would probably just hold that depending on what reaction we get at these levels, because I think it is possible that we push up here and then that's like our local high before the bigger push down, and then maybe we just kind of bleed down, spike, and then that's when I think like the low would absolutely be in. I mean, unless this is just different than usual, from my experience with when something really bottoms out, Bitcoin, like it doesn't give you much time to buy these bottoms. Like for instance, this was a major bottom like for the next however long, and we ended up pushing another 30-something% from there, 40% from the low 50. But it's like Bitcoin doesn't want to give you much of a chance to get in on the low. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. If we do end up coming back down here sometimes, which I don't know, like we could just end up flipping this and then go from there. But if we do get a spike into this blue level, then I think it'd be like we'd come down here, people would be like getting super bearish, then we get like a $2,000 spike down within an hour, we're back above, and then back above here. And that's when I think like, all right, low is in, we're going to a new all-time high, it's time to resume the parabola. But yeah, so to answer that the original question, the one I'm taking like 20 minutes to respond to, is if I'm looking to short Bitcoin, it's going to happen right around like this 35 level. But I'm not going to set a limit there. More than likely, I would be looking for like a 2 hour candle that just kind of confirms this sweep. I mean, basically like this candle right here. Whoa. Like that candle, but just here. So if we push up, come below, I'd probably short that. I would probably short that, even though I believe in Bitcoin long term. I would definitely want to hedge some spot just in case. Hedging's cool, man. One of my friends was asking me about hedging the other day. He's kind of getting new to trading, one of my in real life friends, and he was like, "Can you explain hedging to me?" And I was just saying, like, I mean, you probably all know what hedging is, but you basically just short 1-to-1 your spot holdings, but you take a leverage trade to short it 1-to-1. So you're still holding your Bitcoin. If you get stopped out, it just starts mooning 20%. You're not going to be completely left on the sidelines. You know, you're still holding your spot. Yes, you would get stopped out of that one trade, but alternatively, if you enter a short when Bitcoin's pumping up, funding rates are super positive, you'll be getting paid a ton of funding while holding onto your USD value. And if you're right about the idea and Bitcoin does drop, maybe it drops like 10%, now you can buy more Bitcoin than you started with. And I don't know, a lot of people have different goals. FTT is not at 11.5. Holy cow. A lot of people have different goals. Like some people want to stack USD, some people want to stack Bitcoin, and we've kind of had, I've actually talked with Sean about that a few times. That like, yes, we still are using US dollars to live on a day-to-day basis, but having like stacking Bitcoin is kind of the goal, because we all believe 5 to 10 years from now, Bitcoin will be well above 33K or whatever it is, you know? So with all these coins pumping here, we could get this Ethereum set up soon. We could also be absolutely left in the dust if this starts pumping. How much is Dogecoin? This is about to go, boys. I think this whole market is just about to go. Dogecoin is just kind of sitting here, 2.5 cents. Or it gets rejected here again. Like this level has been super strong as support, resistance. I really like how the interaction that the mid-range gave this again, bounce from the mid-range again, which is cool. for me, that adds more validity to my ranges. I think I learned that from SZ a while back, a couple years ago, when I started first implementing ranges, because I traded just price action. I just dropped my phone. I traded just price action for a while, and then I was like, hey, ranges are pretty cool. Like, they make sense. Markets move in measured moves and in ranges and stuff like that. And so when I was learning about ranges from him originally, he was saying, like, the interactions that it has with the mid-range is kind of key to a range's validity. So FTT is insane. Kind of want to go check my FTT portfolio. This is exciting. It's up almost 20% today. So Elon just posted a Doji meme. Let's check that out. Rebecca wants some rockets in the charts. Should I start putting rockets in the charts? Nah. What you got for us, Elon? Oh my gosh. Oh, what a guy. Yeah, Doji's the next Bitcoin. It's funny because wasn't this coin originally just like a meme? Like, wasn't Doji made as a meme and now it's just this big thing? Whatever. That's pretty funny. So you just trade SR flips? Not necessarily, but I think high time frame support and resistance is like a huge staple in my trading, and when I find levels that are around high time frame SR, that gives them more validity. So I would say it's a combination of support and resistance, ranges, some ICT concepts, like if you want to call them breakers, order blocks, whatever it is, / supply and demand, and then also like stop runs / liquidity hunts, things like that. So I'm always looking for a stop run, because I think price moves from liquidity to liquidity when a stop run happens. Let's say it's down here, or, well, we can just use this example because it'd be closer. Let's say we get a stop run like above that. That basically just stopped out anyone that was short. It made them buy to close their shorts, which pushes the price up. And then that's when big players will fill all their shorts. So they have their orders to short near these stop losses, because if you just get a cascading stop losses and liquidations, that brings a bunch of volume, so these bigger players, whatever you want to call them, can fill their orders. So that's another aspect of my trading. I kind of use a bunch of different things. I learned a bunch of different concepts and then kind of tried to put it all together, / hang on to things that worked for me and got rid of things that didn't. What do I foresee with Doji? I have no idea, man. I don't think anyone has a clue. Like, this is just what happens. This is actually hilarious. Sometimes I'll come back and like find drawings from way long ago, and it's like, wow, that played out perfectly. I wish I actually like looked at my own TA. I don't even know when I did this. August? Well, I guess it was probably over here. I was kind of wrong at the beginning because it pumped straight up. Literally the end of July. Consolidate below and then reclaim. Man, if that's not more spot on. I wish I traded as well as that. I wish I was able to keep my eye on all these. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. What do I foresee with Doji. Oops. Is the Binance one, does this have the most history? No. Someone help me. Bittrex? No. Or is this... What am I missing? Which one? US Poloniex? Oh, here we go. I mean, this chart looks like poop, but you get the idea. Like, spikes like this are just kind of what this coin does. Doji's kind of like a pump and dump. It's literally pump, bleed, pump, bleed, pump, bleed, pump, bleed, big pump, and then it kind of more of a spike, big pump. But that's kind of what it does. Here it had this pump, then it slowly bled off, and who knows how high this this pump is gonna go. But I'm sure that once this does top out, we're just gonna get like a slow bleed again, because that's what Doji does. And if you have the patience to hang on to it for long enough and catch those, then more power to you. But yeah, this is just like such a funky chart to me. I can only hope people would transfer from Doji into proper coins. Yeah. Well, also like people who see Doji in the news or whatever, they're like, oh, this is cool. Like this coin's pumping. And then it's like, if they hop on crypto Twitter or wherever they get information from about crypto, they're like, oh wait, like this isn't the only coin that pumps. Like there are other coins that are up 20%, 30%, 40%. I mean, I know Doji's kind of been going absolutely insane. Like it's up 260% just today. But I think people will see that it's like, oh wait, like this coin's kind of cool, but there are other coins that are actually like more interesting projects, and also other coins pump too. Where did I learn most of my success? YouTube recommendations other than yourself. A lot of stuff like, dude, you can probably pick up all the information you need from Twitter, but then it's just like a matter of using that information and like testing things out yourself, seeing how they do. The key for me in trading was like journaling more. I've kind of been slacking on my journaling recently, but when I was super strict with my journaling, I was trading the best, and I was learning the most about my trading, because you start to see which of your setups did the best, what psychological barriers you run into the most, what setups you can cut out entirely, what your like strike rate is, what your average R is. You can up your risk when you know stuff like that. Like if you have a setup that you're hitting 75% of the time for like 2R, 3R, you don't have to risk 1% on that. You can up your risk to 2%, 2.5%, whatever you want. But you need data like that to know. What do you think about Bitcoin dominance right now? Oh, and ETH. Oh, how did I forget? We were supposed to talk about that so long ago. Okay, so we have this weekly SR here. Also, while I'm thinking about it, if you guys could do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 1,000. I don't know why I say we. Everyone says we. But yeah, hitting 1,000 will be a cool first step. And honestly, my goal is to just start bringing some better content to YouTube, because everything is just so clickbaity, and it's like these dudes who are just talking out of their butt. So if you guys could hit that subscribe button and like, if you don't mind, it helps with the YouTube algo, and then maybe we can start getting some of these other guys on YouTube to come over to crypto Twitter and hang out with us. So ETH BTC, I've had this drawn since, I don't know, maybe that was from yesterday, but I've been watching this weekly SR since I think around here. We got rejected from it. I was starting to get super excited because I was like, we're about to flip this level, and then we get rejected, pulled back, pushed back up. Sorry, I was getting distracted. But basically, this level has been super key. Resistance, 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 resistance. And now we've successfully broken through. Like, this is a legit breakout to me. This isn't a fake out, unless for this to be a fake out, we would literally just have to dump like 20-30% and then not be able to get back above. But right now this is looking really good, and we have this daily demand right here, and you just gotta love You gotta love when you get this much confluence with the trade setup or with an idea. Like, this demand is right on top of that weekly SR. And when things line up like that, it adds more confidence. And so, yeah, ETH BTC, I don't really care if it looks weak right now. Like, yeah, it could be dumping off a little bit, and we were kind of grinding up with some higher lows here. But ultimately, if we can get a buy back here, I will be very happy. How do I journal my trades? I'll answer that in a sec. Let me get to these, bro. First time in your stream. You're preaching right now. I'll be back. Thank you, Whiskey Was. They all have their jobs open in England. We say window lickers. I like that. Doji, we've looked at that like 3 times. Unless it starts pumping like crazy, we probably don't need to revisit it again. Big pump here, and in video it says we go down to 22K. I don't think I said that. I don't see this going lower than 27 if it does come back down. And like I said, the bearish idea could be invalidated. Not even bearish, it's just like bullish but longer term. Would be invalidated if we can hold above that mid-range. So I don't think we see 22K anytime soon, but I could be wrong. How do you think the options expiry tomorrow will affect the Bitcoin price? More volatility? Yeah, absolutely more volatility. I'm not sure how, like, which way that volatility will be, but I think we definitely will get some volatility from it. SXP, okay. Let's look at SXP. What's this level? Ooh. Thank you for drawing my attention to SXP. So, I don't remember when that's from. This is definitely not the current weekly open, but I mean, this looks like a pretty nice breakout to me. You see resistance here. I don't know how I just missed that bad. Resistance here, here, and now we're breaking it. I'd probably look for, nice, you get some 4-hour demand there. Money. Look at that. So either I think you could bid this box. I'd probably keep my stop below here just to be safe. I don't think it should break here, but I'd rather play it safe. And then drop into here. You could leave some limits there, and then you could also just wait for it to get back above. That's when I think the low down there would be confirmed. You can move your stop up, do whatever. But SXP actually looks really good. Let me delete some of the lines, and then I'll clean up this chart. Maybe I'll tweet this one out after. Sean, what's up, Sean? Are we getting rich from FTT today? Give me a sec, guys. Let me mark this up, make it look better. I don't know why that's so big and pink. What, Sean? Okay, let me see what else we got going on with this SXP chart. See if we have some other high time frame. Nice. 3-day demand right there too. That's some nice confluence. Can you look at FTT? We've been looking at FTT. All right. Let me check. Weekly open down there. Monthly. What day is it today? Thursday. Let's see where. I mean, I'm sure Monday's range is kind of Wednesday, Tuesday. Nice. Monday's high is right at the middle of this level. Some more confluence right there. Oops. Template. Monday's range. There we go. Okay. I like that. Thank you for who was it? Let me look. Bad Hombre RX. Thank you for mentioning SXP. That looks good. Sorry guys, I'm usually a troll, but I'm in a good mood today, so it's worse. Yeah, but look again, 1167. Does this SXP chart make sense to everyone? Let me know. I can come back to it. What was I about to look at? FTT. Yeah, Sean, that's a new all-time high. That's looking good. So this little pivot I was watching is probably going to be irrelevant. Actually, it might come back down to that. We'll see. Am I Jameson Plaskett? Am I bullish on Bitcoin? Yes, I am. Big picture, absolutely. Right now, I don't know what's going to happen. I am expecting some volatility. Maybe we'll stay on stream until the daily close. You guys can see we just got a spike into that level. Old highs, like when we have a high here, it gets swept right there, and then you kind of deviate from it. I kind of still use those levels and expect them to work as resistance still. Or support if you flip it. Target, sir. I posted a target in my FTT thread. I don't even know how I'd go find that thing. That's pretty far back there. How do I feel about ZIL? I don't know if I've ever traded ZIL. Where do you guys trade that? Binance? I mean, it looks bullish as hell. That's for sure. I mean, let's see. What time frame are you thinking about with ZIL? Like, it looks super bullish. I think it's just cooling off a little bit, because, I mean, I don't even know how much this is up from here. It had an 800% run, and then if it pumps 450% in, what is that, like a month and a half, 2 months, it doesn't surprise me that it's consolidating a little bit. Did Cos look at Link yet? No, I don't think so. Wow, that's pretty funny. Who front ran me? Who's trolling me? What a joke. Anyway, I am bullish on Link. We'll look at that in a sec. Did I talk about Link? I think that was yesterday, Sean. Let's see. Silver is getting pumped by the Wall Street bets, boys. One sec, guys. Let me tweet a thank you, Chase. Everyone give Chase a follow. He's a good dude. He's got some great analysis. Oh, I do want to look at Utrust. We'll look at that in a sec. All right. You guys want to see me take a typing test? I used to play RuneScape a lot when I was younger, like 10 years ago. And I was always really proud about my typing speed. I don't know if any of you guys ever played RuneScape, but you would have to say, like, you're selling something or buying something or whatever and just type it over and over again. So I was just, like, saying the exact sentences over and over and just getting really good practice with my typing. Yeah, I'll look at Link in a sec. I want to check out Ethereum again because, well, not a lot to say about it, but I kind of just wanted to show you guys a quick update. Like, we're literally still waiting for this to get above like 1360 and hold above that level, and that's what we're looking for to get long on this guy. And you can just see this high time frame range high. It's literally rejected us like 7 times now. Selling lobs 50 GP. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the wave and the glow when you're standing at the Grand Exchange and you need your messages to stand out. Good times. Good times. I miss that game. I know they have the old school one, but I've just been super busy. Bitcoin just swept January 22nd. Okay, well, hold on. I keep getting distracted. I read the chat and then I forget what I'm saying. But this is adding even more validity to this range, and so like I'm pretty confident with this play. I'm just waiting for it to go. Bitcoin tagged that level. If we lose this orange level, I think we probably pull back a little bit more, but we'll see. Let's talk about Link. I think that's what I said I was gonna talk about next. I would probably buy this around Monday's low if it pulls back anymore. I mean, I think you could buy it here. I would just be playing careful. I would probably have my stop below there. I don't think we have any need to go below that impulse. And then, I don't know, you could target like psychological level like 30. But I think you could get in an even better looking position. Originally, I had this drawn here, and I think that's why it missed my bid right there. Kind of a little bit of discretion. What was I saying? But yeah, I mean, pretty much, how I journal my trades. Yeah, I'll get to that too. See, this is what I'm saying. I'll just go off on a tangent and forget all the things I committed to talking about. I will get to that. Here, let me there we go. Not gonna forget now. Target on the ETH long. I'll check that too. Okay, I'll finish this link thing and then we'll go back through the chat again. If it dips one more time, I'll probably buy this, but who knows? It kind of looks like we broke out of that little downtrend. We got a little shift in structure above that, but we'll see. If it dips down again, I'll definitely look to buy around Monday's low, but I would probably want a little something like this. Oh, and I need to talk about Waves and Utrust. Okay, Waves, Utrust. Look at Doji one more time, just because we have to check it. Maybe look at FTT one more time if Sean keeps banging the table for it. But yeah, this would be my link plan, if that makes sense. Talk about journaling. Okay, let's talk about journaling, and then I'll go through the current chart requests. So, what chart do you guys want up when I just talk and let you look? We'll just look at ETH because that's kind of what we're watching. So, when it comes to journaling, I was saying earlier that journaling was kind of, and I think this is the case for more people because I've talked to a lot of people about journaling, and like when I'm talking to people about like my background with trading, and FTT did not just hit $12. I should probably minimize the chat when I'm trying. It didn't hit $12, Sean. Okay, I'm not looking at the chat. When I talk to people about like my trading journey and when I kind of like quote figured it out, or when it kind of clicked or started to make more sense, was honestly when I was being as strict as possible with my journaling. I think being able to see all this data about your trades, seeing what has the best strike rate, what your average R is. I like to write a ton of notes about my trades, my emotions, how I was feeling, things like that. I also think like you can learn a bunch of other stuff, like if right when you enter your trade, you're underwater for the first couple hours. I don't know, whatever time frame you're talking about with this trade, but you're underwater for a while, okay? If you are underwater and that's consistently happening on these same exact setups, maybe you start testing what it would be like if you move your bids lower. Maybe consistently your lower bids would hit, and then you would get an even tighter entry. Or, for instance, all your bids are being front ran. It's like your levels are working well, but it's barely missing your entry. You're only going to figure that out from journaling. Like, you can't trust your brain to just remember every single thing you see on a day-to-day basis when you're looking at charts. So, for instance, like I was just saying, pretty much that same example, if your bids are always getting front ran, then maybe you start testing with bidding just above that level, or like, I don't know, if your support level is like this, whatever, and you're always bidding the bottom and you're getting front ran every single time, and it takes off, then maybe you move your bid up to the middle of your SR level or to the top. But once again, those things, like, you're only going to figure that out from journaling. And I think someone asked where I journaled. I've used Edgewonk a little bit, and I think if you can, like, they give you a ton of information and track a bunch of statistics for you. But I honestly kind of prefer Excel or Google Sheets, just because I like to write a bunch of notes. It's like super customizable. You can write a bunch of notes. You can put the links to your charts before and after. I think posting charts before and after is a good idea. And add whatever category you want, like emotion, how you felt during the trade, what you did wrong, what you should do better next time, stuff like that. So I think that pretty much covers journaling. Can't remember who asked it, but let me know if you have any other specific questions about that. Trader Maine in the house. What's up, Maine? I was getting a call from Canada, and it was a unknown number, but I thought it might have been you, and so I almost picked it up, but then I was like, it's in the middle of the stream. I'll call him back if he really needs to say something, but it wasn't you. It was just a spam call, but it made me think of you. So don't tag hardwood. Let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, Utrust. I posted about that on Twitter. This is one of the few alts I kind of track, not for a trading, but more a buy and hold type of alt. I don't know why this is so bright. That's not how we do it. Give me that 10% opacity. Philippe in the house. What's up, Philippe? But yeah, so I've been keeping a pretty close eye on Utrust since it was like here. I remember the Binance listing pump. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not buying it up here. I think this is pulling back. And I think this was my weekly support. Yeah, that was our weekly level. And so far it's played out super well. It kind of tagged that level perfectly and is bouncing since then. It gave us a super nice retest of the weekly SR, which is kind of what we were looking for. And then I think the next good opportunity would be a flip of this monthly level. So we got resistance there, support, resistance like 4 times. Maybe we hit that, don't break it on the first try, come back. But once we flip that, dang, I almost just drew a dinosaur right here. The little legs. If his head was like this. Maybe he has like one of those bumps. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Anyway. If we get rejected there, come down. Whenever we flip that, I think that'll be the next good buying opportunity for Utrust. But I'm pretty happy with how that plan played out, and it's a pretty cool project. If you guys follow Posty, he is always posting things that he's bought with his Utrust card, his Utrust debit card, so that's pretty sweet. They're a pretty fun project. Waves is kind of playing out to the T. I don't remember what my last bro is more ad than me. What? Bro is more ad than me. Am I the dumb one for not being able to read this, or is Sean the bro is more ad than me? I don't know. Anyway, this was our waves plan. Well, I was kind of looking at both of these plans, but obviously got rejected there. So let me delete those quick. Clean up the chart a little bit. Waves is looking good though. This is looking pretty sweet. But we got our dip below. We're pushing back above. I think if you get a retest of that mid range, the yearly open, I bet the low is in. The low is in right there. So let me show you guys some possible ways that we could play this. I probably would want to still play it with some wider stops. Well, so here's why. I think this yearly open could hold. I really like using the yearly open as confluence in my trades, SR. So I think that could hold and we could push straight from there. But also this low that we swept, maybe we come back into there, retest it, and then come up. So Still want to be a little cautious, but I do think alts are getting ready to go relatively soon. I mean, if Ethereum gets going, then I think everything else will too. And this is kind of the higher time frame range I'm working with. It's not my normal range template. I don't know what happened. I wonder if this is better. That actually kind of looks a lot. Wow. That is one good looking range. So what I see here is, even though this wasn't a mid-range yet because this hadn't happened, I still like seeing how pivotal that level is. You can see rejection there, here, more or less, there. Held it as support, broke below. This becomes a little deviation. Rejection into there again. And I would just call this kind of an anomaly. I mean, not an anomaly that it shouldn't have happened, but the fact that it was out there for that long. I just think drawing it like this makes a little more sense with that mid-range. Anyway, it doesn't really change too much about the idea. Like, I would still be looking to, if we flip that level, I think we're good to go to the range high. But let's talk back about the lower time frame setup. So I think this is the risky way to play it, but could pay off. I think it could. Well, you know what? It doesn't have to. We took out that low. And yeah, it's tough. So the two ways you could play it, either like that, or if you bid this, have a really wide stop, but then I don't think you get hunted on a move down here if it does test that, and then if this moves to the range high, you're still getting probably like 4R. Yeah, it's still a good setup. But yeah, Waves is getting really close to the yearly open. I'll definitely be looking for some longs there. I will try and update Twitter and the Telegram if I do take a trade. We're dumping. Uh-oh. Look at that. To the T. Ethereum. Yeah, man. This is why we wait for confirmation, though. Like, we really wanted to see it hold above this level, and this is just adding even more validity to how strong of a level that is, right? So this got tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't even know how to count that. It got tested a lot of times. That's the main idea, and we still couldn't flip it. So for right now, like, yes, the idea is still valid, but it might take a little more time before we get there. So, let me see. I mean, I guess I should read through the chat, see what else we wanted to talk about. Check this quick. Thoughts on XLM? Someone was asking about XLM in here, I think. I can look at it. Zeke loves trading. Oh my gosh. I love Zeke. He's such a good boy. Hey Zeke, are you watching? If he's watching, Sean, give him a good good little pet. I can't wait to get my husky, man. That'll be awesome. Sell orders on ETH are huge all the way up to, yeah, dude. Sorry, let me respond to a couple messages quick, and then I'll read through the chat. How do I get the link for this video? Or I tweeted it, actually. I'm trying to send it. No. This one. Wait, I don't want to watch it. Can I just... You know what? I'm just going to link this. Okay. Alright. Sorry for the delay. Now I'll read back through the chat. Oops. Okay. Check, bro is more ad than me. Oh, ADD. That's what you were talking about. Okay. I don't think I have ADD. I could very well. My dad's a doctor, and he said I don't, so I kind of always believed him, but I cannot focus. So, well, I mean, sometimes. It's tough, though. So, yeah, maybe I do. Adam, we can look at Adam. Adam's pretty bullish. I'm late again. What's the schedule? Demo Cryptus or Demo Cryptus? I don't really have a schedule yet. I think we're going to try and nail down some scheduled live streams. It probably won't be every day, but I had a lot of fun yesterday, and I just got my PC, so it's kind of like a little kid on Christmas, and I've just kind of been wanting to use it every single day, so I just keep firing up live streams. I started this one, it says an hour and 7 minutes ago, so I don't know. I think I put a vote or a poll in my Telegram. This one, I think. Also, check out Wrecked Proof PA and Edward Mora. Those are two channels I keep pinned because it's good stuff. This vote. Where did I put the vote? Whatever. I don't know how to use this. Basically, I put up a vote about what time works the best for streams, and I think the majority of people said pre-daily close, so like right now / this previous hour. Wrecked Proof RP, good buddy of mine, in the chat, hanging out, him and Sean. Talk to both those guys just about on a daily basis, so make sure you're following them. My dad is the doctor and the treasury secretary. Bro, that, when, I don't remember who said that first. Maybe it was AMD who said I look like his son, but that, I'll never get past that and the lemon thing. Like, you guys will never stop mentioning those. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Someone wanted to see XTZ and Adam, I think. If I'm missing anything else, just add another message. Oh, Liam asked if I could show an example of my journal entry. I probably won't do that on a live stream just because I would have to blur out some stuff. But I could like take some screenshots and talk about. Maybe I'll even make a video about it sometime. But I will keep that in mind. I just don't want to open it right now just because there's a lot of stuff on there. Not everyone needs to see my account balances and position sizes and stuff. I'm not into that. Sorry I came late. Bitcoin up or down? I can go take a look at a Bitcoin chart again. Sean's $850 million short. Yeah, he's a whale. XLM. Okay, XLM, XTZ, and Atom, I think. Also, though, range low still holding on Ethereum. Let's see if we got updates on these. Link just hit that. Still kind of looking for the range low. Bitcoin kind of rejected from here, but bouncing at the bottom of that level. Okay. Still, I mean, we got 3 minutes till the daily close. As long as this doesn't just like nuke a ton, this is one hell of a daily close. We haven't closed this high in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in 7 days. So this was a really good candle. I think Bitcoin needed that relief. Okay. XLM. Okay. Different one. I don't really trade XLM, but we can take a look at it regardless. I like this right here. Origin of the initial dump. I like this. Previous high. I like to line those up. Make sure that's good. Zooming in a little bit more. Honestly, it has a nice bounce today, but unless it breaks above right here, I would say it's kind of just still consolidating, right? We had this high, low, turn off your magnet, lower high, higher low. Maybe this just tops out here with this, and then we keep doing something like this. Once again, like, this is one of those coins that just absolutely ripped, and so it doesn't surprise me at all that it needs to cool off for a bit. And that just, like, it's kind of a bummer because you get super excited about your coin that it's going crazy, and then you just have to deal with consolidation for like weeks. But yeah, I don't really see too much actionable here, but a break above pink would kind of tell me that this is getting ready to break out again. I'm here for the GME chart. Man, don't even get me started. Don't even get me started on GameStop or AMC and Robinhood. Did you guys see when I changed my Twitter picture to the Robinhood picture, and then I got scared? I got scared because everyone's getting banned for that stuff, but I thought it was pretty funny. Let me find it. I was sent a screenshot. Oh, I don't know where it is. Anyway, it was kind of funny, but I did get scared. I thought I was going to get banned, so I deleted it after a minute. Adam, we wanted to talk about. I think this is our 3-day demand. Rect Proof actually pointed out this level to me, so shout out Rect Proof again. I would have longed to sweep into that level, but we made a higher low instead of actually sweeping into it, so I don't really see anything to do right now on Atom. Like, some coins just look a lot clearer to me than others. Atom, like, when alts are bullish, is this up 7% today? No, that just hasn't updated. When alts are bullish, like, a bunch of them are going to start running, and you just kind of want to find strength. But right now, like, the pop just happened across the board, and so I think right now is kind of where you shed some, take a little profit versus, like, I think I'm basically still waiting for a dip on either of these, I think. But this, I don't know, I think similar with XLM, we might just keep getting something like this before it finally breaks out. So I'll get it sent Discord. Sean sent it in Discord. Yeah, this is it. So I posted that, and I got scared because I thought I was gonna get banned, but it kind of started to blow up. I took this screenshot after a minute, but it was like 2 minutes and 200 something likes. But then a few of the guys were like, "Bro, it's not worth it." And then I was like, "Okay, you're right. It isn't worth it." Was there another coin or something else I was supposed to answer? Link dipping into that is still a good buy. Yeah, so I think kind of refined that a little bit, but basically looking for Monday's low on Link. So basically push down a little bit more. You have a question. What is the question? And marathon charts, no problem, man. Feel free to ask any questions, you guys. We can do a little AMA, Q&A. Also, 995 subscribers. 5 more and we hit 1,000. So maybe we'll hit it during the stream. My brother has almost 100,000 shares on Doji. Is that good or what? I'm new. It sounds like you know some stuff about stocks, but in crypto we don't usually say shares. We would just say coins. Doji is worth, I don't know, like 2 or 3 cents now. So 100,000, that's what, like 10 grand, 20 grand in Doji. You know, it's not, it's everyone's position sizing is different. You know, I don't think you need to compare your position sizes with others. I think if you're trading with smaller size than other people, like, you don't need to get discouraged. I think that'll just make I think it'll just have a negative effect on your mentality if you're comparing position sizes. How much do you think to put in on AMC or GameStop? I am not trading AMC or GameStop. I don't want to get involved with any of that craziness. I mean, dude, I don't know. It's just so stupid. Robinhood basically saying that they won't check ETH chart. That looks like poop. What just happened? Don't really understand much here. Just joining in. Can you explain this chart? Which chart? This one, or was it the one I was looking at before? Bitcoin's bouncing nicely. That looks tough. Another rejection at our high time frame range high. Yeah, GameStop dropped quite a bit today. Basically, Robinhood was just saying that, or they not delisted, but restricted all trading for Robinhood and AMC, and I think a few other stocks as well. I know they came out with a even bigger list of restricted stocks, I guess, and they're just not letting people buy them. And so a ton of people, or a ton of retail traders, are using Robinhood, and so when none of them can buy, they can't do anything. Like, yeah, it's gonna flip their decision for tomorrow. What do you mean flip their decision for tomorrow? Like, they won't restrict anything, or were you saying they restrict more things? So NK Victor, basically, maybe it's like the maybe it was just on FTX. Is it like candlesticks that you don't understand? Completely new to technical analysis, or what's up? Not there on Coinbase. Yeah, let's. Okay, that looks more normal. This is pretty surprising, to be honest. I mean, how long ago did we? 5 minutes. Kind of been pumping straight up since the open. I don't think the low of the day will be in there, but who knows? For a while we were literally pumping right after the daily open for a little bit, and then we would just sell off from there. I don't know when it happened most recently. I think that was few days ago when that was happening, but it was literally like every day. Like, here we pumped up right away, dumped. Here, pumped up, dumped, pump up, dump, little bounce, dump. Same thing here. So I was trading that for a little while. When trends like that show up, you can make a lot from them, but that stuff doesn't usually last forever. You're new to technical analysis. Okay, so super high overview. Like, if I had to explain technical analysis or this chart in 2 minutes, basically each candlestick has a open, a high, a low, and a close. The bottom of the candle is the open. The bottom of the wick is the low. The top of the wick is the high, and the, I guess, top of a bullish candle is the close. This basically just gives us a lot more information than a line chart. This is kind of what people are used to, but this doesn't really tell you anything, right? This doesn't tell you how far the wick went here, or how high it spiked up there. And so that's why we use candlestick charts, because they tell you a lot more information. Here, for instance, not a bar. For instance, right here, you would never have known that we wicked all the way down to 27.5 if you were looking at a line chart. So each candle represents a certain amount of time. You can switch the time frames up here. So each of these candles are 15 minutes now, or they're 4 hours, or they're a day. And then it just explains the price action within that day, basically. If I had to explain it super quick. Link to Discord, please. I think Sean was just talking about Discord DMs. I don't have my own Discord. I have that free Telegram, and I have a Twitter, and that's all I do. Doji's going off. Is it still pumping more? I almost just searched Doji pump. Unbelievable. Yeah, it looks like it did go for another leg up. When we started the stream and first looked at it, it was like right here. It's crazy, man. Up another, just a casual 35%, you know. It happens. Sol, I do like Sol. Sol is awesome. I had been posting about this one quite a bit. Where's my likes, dudes? Yeah, if you guys could like the video, that'd be really helpful too. Helps with that YouTube algo. Maybe we can get some more new people here. So if you could hit that like button, that'd be awesome. This is what I was looking for on Sol. We've been trading in this range for a while. Looks like we're kind of toying with a range breakout, but I wanted a deeper pullback. Didn't really get it. So right now I don't really have a plan for Sol, but yeah, I'm bullish on this on Sol, big picture. Would you say now is a good time to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum? It honestly just depends on your investment horizon, man. Like, if you're planning to be here, or like if you just want to buy crypto long term, I think the best way to do it is just every month or every couple weeks buy a little bit more and just DCA, as they say, dollar cost average, just little by little, because I do think later this year Bitcoin will be at a higher price. And I think 5-10 years from now, Bitcoin will be easily 6 digits, in my opinion, especially 5 to 10 years from now. Hey, I'm new. Hit that like. Khalid Weston, thank you, bro. Good to have you here. This is interesting. Bitcoin to 35K is about 2.5%. ETH is the same percentage as Confluence. Let's see. Let's pull up the ETH BTC chart. Yeah, so we're getting close to this, guys. We're getting close to our support level. I think this is where ETH starts to outperform. We dip to here, and then ETH is going to get going. Link is moving a little bit too. Maybe I'm getting a little too cute with this entry, trying to get Monday's low, but honestly, I would be shocked if the low of the day is in already. Like if this little wick down was the entire low of the day. So I'm not too worried. Sometimes we start off the day with pumps like this. Sorry, Sean. We have more than 69 likes now. How old am I? I am 23 years old. It is likely to rise the chat, expecting profit again. I don't know if I fully understand that question, Roland. Let's see. ETHUSD gonna rip so hard as soon as it, yeah. Once ETH BTC hits around 0.38, I think that's when we really gotta get more involved with Ethereum. But until then, Bitcoin might take the lead. Honestly, you guys, if this if this keeps pushing up right now in the next like couple hours, I think this is gonna be a pretty good short, just because I think these early day pumps usually get retraced, and so if that timing kind of lines up with spiking that level, I think that could be really good. I don't trust daily open pumps. Yeah, I don't either. I don't know. I don't think the high or the low is usually put in the first trading session of the daily candle. I used to have some data on that, but not recently. Sorry, let me just check something. What do I think of Dogecoin? I have no idea what Dogecoin does, like what the coin actually does, but it's one hell of a pump. So if you caught it early, You could keep riding it, but I will not be buying up here. If that explains it. Yeah, I'm not sure when. Time to set some stink bins at form demand levels. That's right. Rexproof, tell the people how the what the market profile looks like. Shoot me a. Oh, that's clutch. So Rexproof sent me this for the guy who was just asking about candles, and this kind of explains a candle. So the open on the bottom, close at the top, and then the wicks are the highs and the lows, and then on a down candle, it's the opposite. Open at the top, close at the bottom, highs and lows are the wicks. I use TradingView. It is a free website. Stink bids for Dogecoin going dicko mode. Yeah, it really is. Rexproof, how is our market profile looking like now that we got the new daily open? Where's this pulling back to? Shill your market profile skills to the people. While I'm waiting for that, what app do I use? Yeah, so the app I use is TradingView. It's just, I kind of cut out the top of the screen, but it's just tradingview.com. All right, I'm not the one to explain everything about market profile. Rexproof is. He's in the chat right now, so if you want to ask him a specific question, if he has time, maybe he'll be able to answer it. But it's a really powerful tool, and these levels line up with some levels in price action, so he uses it as confluence with a price action chart. So looking at this, it's kind of looking like we spike up into low 34K, which is kind of where we are right now. And that's our last, I guess you can call it an area of interest. It's a VAH, but spike up into that, and then we'll be looking at around these levels to get hit. So I really like this 31.2 level on Bitcoin, and having confluence with the market profile, naked POC, lining up with some daily levels on Bitcoin. I think that works out really well. What did I say? 31.2, just above. 31.2, right around there. It's also right around this blue pivot, which I think we could test again. So I'm kind of thinking we get a spike up into here. Well, maybe not that high. Spike up like this, and then come down. That's kind of my main scenario. And then if I had to guess what happens after that, take out these equal highs, make a, but we probably don't get above there yet, and then we'll get our big move down, if I had to guess. Let's see. Thank you for sending that, Rexproof. It's always good to see those. And his here, the two guys who are hanging out with us in the chat. Sean Nance, you can give him a follow. He has a great dog named Zeke. And then Rexproof, he's the one who just sent me that market profile. His @ is just @Rexproof. So both these guys well worth following on Twitter. Okay, let me catch up on some of the chat. Sorry, Juan, the white chart. I know it is kind of bright, but I don't know. I've tried a bunch of different chart themes, and it's like I always come back to the white. I just feel like the candles are easier for me to read on a white, but I probably should have an alternate background, maybe for when I do stream. Juan Camilo Oh, we got two Juans right here. You can look at crypto charts on TradingView. Yeah, what Sean said right there. Was that Exo charts, Rect Proof? I'm not sure. He can answer that in the chat if he's still around. I think it is, or Sierra, something like that. I don't know. But Camaloop, if Rect Proof, if you can let him know. Or her. Though I didn't have to study much of these charts, I got my trader, Miss Virginia. She got me covered. She does trades for you. Nice, Roland. Good to hear. You have Virginia, Miss Virginia, doing trades for you. Probably don't want that phone number there, and it's probably fake too, but I would not trust that if I was anyone in the chat right now. Long Zeke, I agree. Sierra charts. So yeah, Sierra charts is where he uses market profile. Doji, yeah, a lot of people still asking about Doji. This thing, I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's pumping, but if you buy it up here, I would not be surprised if it just nukes 50%. But it could also keep going up. But to me, like FOMOing into something like this is just 100% gambling. You know, it's not based on TA or on a setup that you take. It would just be straight up gambling. So I would not recommend buying Doji right now. It's like either you bought it early yesterday and you're still hanging on to it, or you kind of sit out. But other coins are going to do crazy stuff like that too. So yeah. Also, guys, I'm kind of thinking like this doesn't have to push all the way up to 35K right now. I think if we get rejected here and then break back below here, I would probably short with a stop at whatever the high is, targeting the weekly open and targeting here. But it would have to break down first. It would have to give me that confirmation. Otherwise, I will probably wait for 35K. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, we've been live for an hour and a half. Successfully covered the daily close and a bunch of different coins. Let's see. We covered Bitcoin, Ethereum, Link, SXP. I think I looked at Sushi, Sol, Utrust. No, I'm not saying don't. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I wouldn't buy personally at 4 cents. Like after something has pumped. Probably going to lose all my viewers after saying this, but it is what it is. After something has pumped 405% in literally 20 hours, less than a day, I would not buy that. Because that like, what's your invalidation? What is the setup you're taking here? You're kind of just like hoping and praying that it keeps pumping, but there's no like reason it should. There's no, I don't know. Juan, which coin would you get if you started from scratch and had $200 only? If you're investing really long term, I think Bitcoin is probably the safest bet. Bitcoin is king. Alts are going to probably run harder. But if you're just getting into crypto, I would probably just try and set aside a certain amount of money every month and just get in over time. All right. ETH BTC being front ran. Let's check it out really quick. Yeah, it could. But, you know, if it doesn't quite get that low, I would probably wait for a break in structure here or something like that. If it comes up like this, once it actually breaks out, then we'd probably go higher. This kind of area right there. All right. Any last questions? I think we'll probably wrap it up here. This actually might trigger for us pretty soon, but I just don't feel super comfortable buying right at the daily open. Ape Doji now and get wrecked. Yeah, I think so too. All right, guys. Well, I hope that was helpful. If you can, leave a like and sub. That would be helpful, especially with that YouTube algo. Like I keep saying, if we can get some love on this video from an analytic perspective, it really helps me out. And I'm gonna try and keep doing these more often. So I appreciate you all tuning in. It's honestly pretty fun for me to kind of just hang out and talk, interact with the chat, and we'll do one of these again soon. Thank you for coming. No problem. I'm happy to do this. I will talk to you guys